We're seeing quite fast iteration in the NFT space. Myself, I've been an entrepreneur for over 16 years. I've never seen such a fast path of experimentation, adoption, and then people already seeing the limits of certain model. So it is still a nascent space with overall 100 million wallets as an audience. Things are being tested, experimented quite fast. We are seeing that the tendency of NFTs that were just based around collectibility, around just aesthetic or profile picture have already gathered less attention, and now the audiences are more focused around utility, how those digital assets that people own and bought and own will be utilized in a meaningful manner and not in 2 years, 5 years, etc. That's been one of the first challenge, and that's why I believe Sandbox has an advantage, as we've been building the platform first before introducing our first NFTs like lands or avatars. I feel as well users are still looking for different original experiences and games, but not necessarily only games, and NFT alone isn't conveying that. It's part of a whole, so we have to develop satisfying application, games or virtual worlds or platforms that will deliver truly meaningful social immersive experiences based on this notion of true digital ownership that NFTs represent. And that's also why we've been so focused on Sandbox on 3 aspects. One is delivering great creator products, our 3D editor and our game maker, and regularly updating them. The second is providing great content that comes from both our partnership with over 400 brands around the world, focusing in entertainment, music, fashion, sport, gaming, etc. And also user-generated content. With user-generated content, you never run out of content, you never run out of inspiration, and I'm sure there's already someone somewhere in the world that's going to create the next hit on Sandbox platform where we are not expecting it. And the third part is that ecosystem. We need to prove that we're not building in the same way, in the same centralized manner, but we're enabling others to become successful, leveraging the tools and the digital asset that we provide. So we've published the white paper of Sandbox, and all the information is actually publicly available and monitored and verified by several services, security and auditing companies, as well as all the key exchanges where Sandbox is, and the Sand token, the utility token of Sand platform, is being listed. Actually, Sand token is one of the most globally available token. It's listed here in Korea on Upbit and Bithumb. It's listed in Japan. It's one of the very few, only 20 tokens that's been approved. In Hong Kong, it's one of the 18 cryptocurrencies that have been approved recently as well, but also in the US on Coinbase and Europe. That means we've been going through all the verification process around the governance, around how the token release schedule that was announced on the white paper is actually being followed. Mm-hmm. And so yes, there are unlock period every 6 months of the token, and actually if you look at them, we have released less token on the market than actually is what the maximum. And what more important is also not just how the supply of the token will increase, but also how the demand will be driven. And the demand is driven by utility. The fact that we continuously release new product update, new brands come in, new content is being released from avatar collection, land sales, and soon also the opening of the creator economy, where anyone can start to design their own content, mint them on the marketplace and sell them. I think that once this is in place this year, everyone start realize how the creator economy can keep growing over time and drive even more demand for Sand. So we've made a decision about a year and a half that we would be moving to a layer 2, which is a Polygon. Since then, we've indeed advanced. So among all the different digital assets on Sandbox, Lands is already a bridge toward Polygon. As a user, you can decide actually, it works both ways. So you can bridge your lands towards Polygon or backward to Ethereum. We're in the process of migrating all the assets, the 3D content made with our editor, toward Polygon, and once ready, hopefully in less than 2 months, then you will be able to, we will be open the marketplace for creator, kicking the creator economy, and avatars have been already minted on Polygon as well. So we've been aware quite early on of like the limitation of what a layer 1 could bring, and that's why we chose Polygon by then. We're seeing multiple trends appearing. The first one is like really the importance of the avatar as your digital identity. The avatar is like really the entry point into the metaverse. So you choose how you would look like, and it should be an NFT. So that's why we launched already more than 16 official collections from Steve Aoki, Paris Hilton, or Rabbits, or Cut the Rope, recently Elvis Presley, among others. They are like usually a collection of 2,000, 3,000 unique avatars that you can use to express yourself, and they always come with something different, not just on the appearance, but on their abilities, their animation or emotes, and new mechanics that are being introduced. So that creates a virtual world where like we're connecting and meeting with other players with all have different appearances, which is not just humans, but all sort of creator. That's very unique in itself. The second trend we're seeing is like the Sandbox has really developed a great strength throughout this the creating virtual neighborhoods on the map. And those virtual neighborhoods are not only connected to thematics like music, which we launched Infinite Pulse, and we brought like 20 major both Web2 and like Warner Music or Web3 brands in the space all together as virtual neighbors, but also cultural by region of the world. That's one of actually our great strengths. Like we go in regions that haven't yet been so approached yet by Web3 or empowered by it, like India with Baratbox, like Turkey with Turkishverse, which just sold out completely, or Korea with Kverse. We already like introduced a second neighborhood, and through that concept of neighborhood, we bring together like both major brands from I don't know music labels, celebrities, and new project Web3 communities. We make them become virtual neighbors, and we allow then users to also own a piece of that world there and start building their experience. It's really a new, I would say, a new social layer for discovery. It's very different to browse a map and access content based on those neighborhoods than like traditionally like browsing app icons or like an app store or browsing the web via a search engine. Well, we like surprise, and I'm excited that every day I check over social media, I check what's happening on the map, and there's a lot of like original content that's being made by creators. So empowering people, empowering a new kind of creator to use our tools and express their idea, make them come to life. I think that brings a lot of diversity, a lot of content that you cannot find on other platforms, and progressively makes really Sandbox a place that brings like people who share a common passion, people who want to use the metaverse to express their idea, to support, I don't know, their various causes around positive impact, sustainability, environment, giving to charities, etc. And it's very different than what you will find on all your mobile app store or on like PC game store. And progressively, I hope that this will lead towards like more and more of that content, showcasing that there is possibilities for anyone to become a creator, new creators, new ideas, new form of experience that are avatar-centric. And we're all inventing a new model, a new form of entertainment based on that. And within 10 years, at the pace at which we upgrade our game maker, adding more multiplayer capability, adding more gameplay rules. So not only you can create like social hubs, but also like a parkour game, battle royale games, horde games, etc. And also going a bit deeper into the way that avatars, which are digital identity, are going to interact with each other. The way like we dance, we say hi to each other, we light stick like in Korean concert when we listen to our favorite artist's music and so on. That we hug each other, we dance together, etc. we really want to push further this kind of interaction to show like how deeply social our body movements or emotes will define the way we express and we connect with others in those virtual worlds.